Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always. What are we looking at today?
Well, today we're heading down to South Africa. Things are heating up in the political scene there, specifically with the economic freedom fighters.
The EFF. Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah, I think so. We've got some excerpts from a recent ENCA article. They're a pretty big news organization over in South Africa. And let me tell you, the EFF is making headlines. Big headlines.
All right, lay it on me. What happened?
Okay, so huge news just dropped. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi resigned.
No way. Ndlozi, he resigned from Parliament.
From Parliament, yeah. After 10 years.
Wow. Okay, and this just happened, right?
Yeah, like yesterday, January 9th, 2025.
That's big. So for anyone who might not be totally familiar with South African politics, being an MP, a member of Parliament, that's a pretty significant position.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Ndlozi, he was a huge figure in the EFF, super well known. People really listened to him. I mean, he was known for, like, his powerful speeches and his strong advocacy on a bunch of issues.
Right, right. You know, thinking back to the EFF's elective conference in December, Ndlozi wasn't there, was he?
Yeah, he skipped it.
That's right. And even back then, there were all these rumors flying around about, trouble within the party. His absence definitely didn't help calm things down.
It's like watching a political thriller in real time.
Right.
And, get this, it gets even more interesting. Another MP, Yazini Tetyana, also resigned from Parliament. Same day.
Hold on, 2 resignations in one day.
Yeah, 2. Makes you wonder what's really going on behind the scenes, right?
Absolutely. It's a lot to process. Was Tetyana as high profile as Ndlozi?
Maybe not quite as publicly known, but he was still a major player within the EFF. I mean, 2 big departures like this, back to back, something's definitely brewing.
Makes you think, is this it? Is the EFF falling apart? What could be causing all this tension?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, I mean, political parties, they're just like any other organization. There's always going to be some internal disagreements, right? In the EFF's case, there could be a whole bunch of things happening. Maybe they're clashing over policies, like some serious ideological differences on key issues.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or maybe there are these power struggles going on behind closed doors that we're not seeing. We've got to remember, the EFF has grown a lot recently, and sometimes when a party grows that quickly, it can be tough to manage all the different opinions and ambitions that come with it.
Growing pains, huh?
Exactly, growing pains.
So we've got these resignations, possible internal conflicts. What's the EFF saying about all of this? How are they responding?
Officially, they've accepted both resignations, and they wished both Ndlozi and Tetyana well in their future endeavors.
Standard procedure.
Yeah, it's a pretty typical diplomatic response. But what's interesting to me is how this all fits into the larger picture of South African politics.
Okay, I'm listening. How so?
Well, the EFF, right, they're known for being pretty outspoken. Like, they're not afraid to ruffle some feathers. They usually have a very strong, sometimes confrontational approach. So this whole "we wish you well" thing, it's almost like they're trying to project this image of unity and stability. Like everything's fine, nothing to see here.
Interesting. Trying to control the narrative a little bit.
Right, exactly. It's all about perception. But whether that message actually works, if it resonates with the public, and especially with EFF members themselves, well, that's the real question.
Okay, so there's that. But there's also this. Ndlozi is staying in the EFF. For now, anyway.
Ah, yes. That's the big question mark, isn't it? What does this mean for him going forward? Is this a temporary break, or is this the end of his time as a major player in the EFF?
Yeah, I mean, is he planning a comeback?
Who knows? There are so many possibilities. Maybe he just needs a break from Parliament, but he'll stay active within the party. He could focus on things like grassroots organizing, or maybe get more involved in policy development.
Right.
Yeah.
So he could still have influence, just in a different way.
Exactly. Or maybe, and this is just a thought, maybe this is strategic. Maybe he's stepping back to regroup, and then he'll come back even stronger in a different leadership role. That could be interesting to watch.
Definitely.
Of course, we can't rule out the possibility that he's just done. Maybe he's genuinely disillusioned with the whole thing and will eventually leave the party completely. It's way too early to say for sure.
It's going to be fascinating to see what he does next. So all this considered, where does the EFF go from here? And what does this mean for South Africa as a whole?
Big picture, it's a turning point, that's for sure. These resignations, all the rumors, it's like a crossroads. How they handle these challenges, it's going to determine the future of the EFF, no doubt about it. And that, in turn, could have a ripple effect throughout South African politics.
No kidding. So we've got surprise resignations, hints of internal drama, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. What do you think this means for Ndlozi, for the EFF, for South Africa? Is this just a small blip or the start of something bigger? Only time will tell. Keep an eye on the news because things are just getting interesting.
I will. You can bet on that.
I'm sure everyone else will be watching too. Thanks for breaking this down with me. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Me too. Until next time.
See ya.